Hey guys, and welcome back to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Heather, and with me, as always, Tony Bradley, the baldest of us all.
How's it going?
And tonight we have Becky filling in for Chris O'Neill.
Hello, everybody.
And as always, our amazing intern, Nate.
Hello.
Nate, the intern. So we are going to get to our guest here in just a minute, but as always, we like to, talk about ourselves. So how has everybody's week been?
Nothing like a shameless promotion of our own lives. My week has been
up and down.
Right.
In shambles.
One eye goes up and one eye goes down.
So this week has been a great week for you. So like a Monday every day.
No, like a Wednesday every day. Because
so
you're not at
middle
the beginning
of the week.
Yeah, and you're being beat up by a homeless person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about this.
Me either.
Okay. All right. So is that what?
Say it sounds incredibly uncomfortable.
It does.
Oh, you have no idea.
Way to make it weird right out the gate.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding. Winner number one.
So crazy busy week for you. You were on the road a lot.
Oh, okay. So in the past 2 weeks, let me throw this out there. In the past 2 weeks, I've put almost 4,000 miles on my vehicle.
My car would be dead.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because Becky was actually rolling with me for some of it.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we stopped in Auburn Hills.
Yes.
Got back in the vehicle and the oil idiot light came on saying, check your oil.
Nice.
And I'm like, I still have another 1,000 miles to go.
Just give me that last 1,000.
Come on.
Wow. Yeah, I was on the road quite a bit myself.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week for me also. I inherited something from my lady and Kathy, God rest her soul. I get to my dad's to go visit. We stayed, we stay down there because we've got stuff going on. So we're down in Waterford and my dad's like, your roommate's in your room. We got a room there. That's how cool we are.
Nice.
So we get in there.
Is it like Motel 6? They leave the light on for you?
I mean, he always has the light on because he falls asleep all day long. Anyway, so so we go into the room.
Yeah.
And here is this porcelain doll that's taller than me. And I stop at the door and I go, no.
Nope.
Because I would go and visit. I'd go and visit. Like I would go down to do my Ann Arbor appointments,
Yeah.
So my aunt and my uncle were awesome to let me stay there before my dad had his own place.
Right.
And in this room, here's this doll. So when I would go into the room, I would put a blanket over the doll because she creeped me out. She's pretty. Don't get me wrong. She's a really pretty doll. Creepy.
Please tell me you have a picture of this so we can throw it on the page.
I do. And I sent it to Becky and I said, do you want to see what I inherited? And so I sent the picture over and tell them what you asked me.
You inherited a crime scene?
Because me and Adam carried her into my dad's other room.
Okay.
And put her down on the floor. And
in an awkward position.
I was kind of like, okay, she's gonna bite me or something's gonna happen. Her head was already turned. I was freaking out.
Was there a chalk line?
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a. I am. But
when's Heather's birthday? We need to get her like the sidewalk chalk.
July.
July.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. So I've had a pretty crazy week. I also got goat mail.
Yes, you did.
I did, which was funny because last week we talked about how I went to Stone Cottage Farms with Adam and we seen baby goats being born.
So did Maddie.
Right.
She actually got to name that. She got to name
Yeah.
one.
What did she name it?
She named it Alita.
Alita.
After we got
Battle Donkey, right?
Yeah, Battle Donkey. We watched the movie Alita Battle Angel, which is an incredible movie. If you get the chance to go see go check it out.
I've heard.
So we went there because, of course, I'm a soap whore. And
So you had to get your goat soap
right.
fix.
I had to get my goat soap fix. So then Maddie's like, Dad, can we go look at the goats? I said, well, yeah, every single time we come here and you can get a tour of the facility and the
incredible people.
Oh yeah. So then one of the goats, Bandit, was actually in labor when we showed up there. And Maddie got to see the whole birthing process.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky her.
Right. And she's like, Dad, it was incredible. So, of course, Farmer Dave and Christine was like, you can name her. And she's like, So she's down there literally looking at this
baby goat,
freshly born baby goat. And she's like, Alita, it looks like a donkey. Alita Battle Donkey. I was like, that's great.
So cool.
Yeah.
So we got home after we went and got back from downstate.
Yeah.
He's like, or no, it was before I went downstate. He's like, did you order anything? I'm like, I didn't order anything. And he was like, well, the box says you goat mail. And I'm like, what? So I'm just like, who sent this? So I was like, Stone Cottage Farms, are you like putting this label on when you're sending soap or something?
By the way, shout out to Stone Cottage Farms. Yes. Love those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So I get it and I'm like opening the box up. Finally I open it up and there's this little goat in there and there's a card that says you goat mail. And I open it up and it says because there's a thing lately I've been, instead of having the sky falling, I'm like, no one's getting my goats.
That's right.
No one's getting my goats. And that's how I've been keeping myself from having Chicken Little moments.
Right.
So I open it and it says, don't let anybody get your goats. Love you, sis. So Becky sent me you goat mail.
Yep.
And
exactly.
I loved it. And it was awesome because that day it was kind of like we were getting ready to do the whole weekend thing or the week thing. And I'm like, okay, I could really use this. So anyway, enough about me. I'm going to talk about some more stuff a little bit later.
We have to formally introduce Becky and why she's guest co-hosting because you two have a project coming up.
We do, but I don't want to get into that just yet.
Okay.
Because I really want to hear the rest of the weeks and I want to get to Lynn because I'm super excited she's here tonight. So
me too. I was totally gushing in the garage smoking a cigarette with our intern. And I was like, we are so excied that you are here. So
absolutely.
Thank you for coming on the show.
So we do have Lynn here. Lynn, how do you say your last name? I'm horrible at this.
Parlberg.
Harlberg.
You got to get that Arl. Sort of like a pirate.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we do have Lynn in the studio. I'm going to finish and I'm going to say that Becky is here filling in for Chris tonight. If you got any good vibes or whatever, Chris is okay, but just put them out there.
Yeah.
Becky is here because she's filling in. And Sunday we have our new project, our new podcast, Survivor Girl podcast. And she's my co-host.
Whoop, whoop.
So
how was your week, Becky?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was trial by fire. Well, after spending how many hours in the car with you?
I think it equated out to almost a full day.
Something like that, yeah. Anyway, Monday I went down and picked up a second cousin, Delia, and she's 14. Been living with me for the last week and I have teenage brain because it's rubbing off.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
you're welcome of a single father of 3 teenagers.
I am I am not a mother. I'm good. When I get to take her home, I will enjoy my quiet because she's always saying, Becky, it's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet. She doesn't like the quiet.
I like quiet sometimes. Sometimes I like to have my music blaring, but like quiet is
But you also
too.
have a Cupid that's not quiet.
True.
True. But he's actually been quiet this week. So
wait, so
I can't win for losing.
Your one teenager is quiet.
Yes.
While your other teenager is going, it's too quiet.
Exactly.
And
because he's always barking at something, and
this time he's never leaving anything alone.
That's proof that any
right,
teenager is completely bipolar.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's bullshit.
Oh, and now we get to Nate.
That is such bullshit.
Nate.
So speaking of bipolar, how was your week?
Your week, Nate? Nate's our
My week
intern.
was bipolar.
Your week was bipolar. See, so he's not. So it is.
He's riding the bipolar express.
I didn't say I was the one riding the bipolar express. My week was the bipolar one.
That's okay. I've been on the hot mess express, so
They about equate to the same.
right.
Nice.
Right. So how's your week been? I know your vacation was last week.
Yeah, my spring break was last week. So,
and there's that confuses me. Like Connor's is off this week.
Yeah,
they were off last week. Delia's off this week. It's like it's kind of odd.
Exactly.
But
must be a southern.
Must be. I don't know.
Michigan thing.
It's
So-
closer to not spring.
Right. So we have in studio, we have
Yes.
Lynn, and I'm not going to try, even though she told me how to say her name.
Yeah.
And you are the owner of Dig Cafe?
I am.
Yes. And this place is amazing, guys. If
Yeah.
you have not been there, you know, when you think about healthy food, you're like, well, it's probably not going to taste that good, or it's going to be super expensive or whatever. I'm telling you what, we have been there.
Several times.
And the menu, you cannot go wrong because there is something for everybody. And you guys have gluten-free, which is amazing because I have an allergy and it's hard to find good gluten-free food. And you guys spot on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
So, I mean, it's in Frankenmuth, right? What's the address there?
975 North Main Street. And we're in the new Uptown North Main building that the credit union just built a year ago.
Yeah.
And they're adding on to.
Yeah.
So it's getting larger by the day.
That's cool.
But I think the north side of town is sort of the I don't know if it's the last frontier, but I think there's not much to build on south of town,
Right.
and sort of the other ways as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think north is the
New
is the-
frontier.
the new frontier.
Nice.
I like
so-
that. I like where you guys are placed at.
Yes.
Because we either go by there or we can go another way, but we like going that way because we love to stop in there and we love to go into the healthy habits. It's like a really
Right.
good spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good food and man.
Yeah, and
So-
that's why one of the reasons that I chose that space, because I've been a patron of the health food store for 20 years. And
Nice.
so when I found out they were going in the building,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be such a great partnership.
Mhm.
And it's been even more than I expected. They have a lot of bulk herbs and spices, so we can literally just run over there, run around
That
the
is
corner,
Awesome.
and fill up whatever we need to. We're doing some co-buying together, and then they're really good. They come over hungry, and
Yeah.
they're glad that we're there as well. So it really is a great partnership.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's
What-
awesome.
What
Yeah.
is one of your biggest sellers?
It's so crazy because 1 week it might be something. It might be the barbecued pulled carrot sandwich, which is
Delicious.
a very weird sounding kind of sandwich, but it is. It's one of my very favorites. The next week it might be the Rupert Court panini, which is smoked turkey, cherry honey mustard that we get from Honor, Michigan. That's just a fantastic mustard. Sharp cheddar cheese that we're getting from Oliver Farms, just
Nice.
close to here, Fostoria, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Not too far away.
It's like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, fantastic
Wow.
cheeses. And so I think that's what's sort of fun, is that there's not really, everybody has their favorites, but then people are always willing to try something else the second time or the third
Yep.
time they come back. So,
Like Tony.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I've had almost everything
yeah,
on
I
the
think
menu.
you have.
Except for like maybe 3 things. And it's
Three
one of
things.
those things that Heather was like, come on, it's a health food place. And I'm just like,
Nice.
I don't know about that. But no, in all honesty, and we've shamelessly promoted you guys
Mhm.
from me day one of walking in there. And Heather has done a little bit about it. I'm like, I don't know, you goofy health food people.
Yeah.
But no, in all honesty, since I've been there, I'm like, if you guys are in Frankenmuth, go to the Dig Cafe. It's incredible food. It may sound goofy, wacky, whatever, but just try it.
Try it.
Your taste
Yeah.
buds will light up. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it? The breakfast?
Charlie Camp.
The Charlie's Camp.
Yeah,
Oh,
Charlie's
breakfast.
man. that
And
was amazing.
it's a normal I think we have a lot of normal foods on the menu. I think a lot of people thought we would be having like seaweed sandwiches and
Right.
some weird kind of things like that, but we wanted familiar. And I think the healthy part of it comes in that we're sourcing everything organic,
Yeah,
not or
absolutely.
non-GMO, grass-fed. So I think that's where the real health comes in, when you have foods that are pesticide and chemical free and
Mhm.
not have a bunch of other crap in it.
And it's
But can
like,
still be familiar.
right.
Yep.
And it's like eating at a good home cooked mom and pop diner.
Right.
And you're always there. You're always conversing with the patrons. And that's,
Yes.
that's
I have
so
a bed
cool.
in the back.
Right.
in the cooler.
you don't see that with a lot of
Right.
places that are running, especially health food places. 'Cause they're like, okay, well, we got to run here and run there and do this and do that.
Right.
But you're always out there conversing with the patrons, and I think that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love people,
Yeah.
and so this is a perfect thing for me to do. I love people. I love food. I've been cooking since I was 12 years old. So
Wow.
I grew up. My mom and dad always had a big garden, and I grew up in Birch Run, and we the strip of houses all had an acre of land in the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So everybody had gardens. Everybody had fruit trees, and so us kids would just go around and just pick cherries and plums and apples, and our neighbors just let us run through the yards, picking what we wanted
That's
to.
cool.
And so
That's great.
it was a good upbringing, and
Yeah.
made me love, just natural foods in their natural form. And
Well, and you can't get anything healthier than literally something you can walk out and pick right off
Mhm.
your, plants in the garden or right off the
Right.
tree.
right.
And you get that at your restaurant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
It is. And I think, the fresher things are, the tastier they are. And then you're getting the full value of all the minerals and vitamins that are in those foods, that energy. It's measurable energy.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
They've actually can measure the energy in like a raspberry.
Yeah.
And so you go pick the raspberry and you eat it.
Yep.
It's just like, if you just close your eyes, you can almost feel that sort of vibrancy in that versus something that's been
Boxed
sitting in the
and-
store for,
Right.
Yeah.
3 weeks. And
I'm making a yucky face at that whole processed boxed thing, but when she's
Right.
explaining about the raspberry, like I'm just smiling, like my soul is happy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that's kind of, when I walked in there, I thought not only is it really cute how you have it set up, it feels very comfortable when you walk in there, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is really, I really liked that about it. And like he said, we talked to you when we were in there, and when Adam and I had first went in there, we talked to the people that were working, and they were super nice and just smoothie, I guess they call her.
yes, Audrey's
Audrey.
she's knows how to make the best smoothie ever.
She does.
Totally.
The strawberry
And-
kiss one is my absolute favorite.
Yes.
So good.
I
Same.
had the weight loss surgery, and we came in after that, and I was like, I really can't eat much. So she made me that without like all the sugar. There's not really any sugar
No,
in it, but I
there's
asked
no
to like
sugar.
hold the like honey.
Right. We
And
just have a teeny bit of
It
honey
was
in it.
perfect, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this
Yes.
is so good. So after that, that's when I was like, yeah, this is a good place. This makes me happy. So
Yeah.
and so yeah, it's a very sweet girl too.
She
Super
is
nice.
I have
So.
a great staff.
You do.
I really do, and they just love what they do, and they love being there. And we work hard. There's no doubt about it.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
we're making everything from scratch. So
Mhm.
lots of labor of love going into our food, and I think people can feel that we really enjoy what we're doing, and we're proud of the food that we're making, and we really there's nothing better than hearing, oh, this is so good, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely a great thing.
That
Yep.
is one of my favorite things about being able to cook, and like Tony's an exceptional cook as well. And it's like when you pass that plate over and then you just watch and they just sit there and their eyes,
Yeah.
either they light up or they're just like, oh, this is so good. Like
Right.
there's nothing better than that feeling to
No.
be able to give somebody something that you made with love. And I think
Right.
we were talking about this before we started, and there was one point when you were looking for a cook.
Right.
I've cooked at home. I've never done a commercial thing, and for whatever reason, I was just like, if you need help, I'll try.
Right.
But I did that because I felt that from you, and like I felt
Right.
how good like your staff worked together and everything, and I'm just like, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
so but you ended up finding somebody, but you have a new addition.
I do. Yeah. I've had a couple, two Saturdays where I had some employees sick, and then something else happened with somebody's car. So I actually thought it was just going to be me cooking and doing everything else in the cafe. So, but it worked out. And thank you so much again for volunteering.
Oh, that's no. I don't even know what overcame me, but other than like I said, you were just
Well,
such
you're
a
just
nice
wonderful.
person. So I was just like, why not?
Right.
Well, you know, I love what you're doing, so why not?
Well, hey, I might have to, you know, you never know. I might have to call you and say, hey, I need some help.
I'm all for it. Like, that's kind of, you know, I wouldn't mind helping
See,
out.
Becky and I figured that out earlier today for pre-production that you have to do everything all the time.
Yep.
Yes.
But you know, that's okay. So, not to really get too much in my story, because we'll hear about that on the Survivor Girl podcast.
Mhm.
But when you get a second chance in life, you kind of start believing in yourself more.
You should.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a completely different person, not just from
Right.
recent. I mean, obviously, I'm 118 pounds down from what I used to be.
Up top.
but I mean, not just that kind of change, but the other part of, like, I've had several second chances, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, why not? I mean, if I can help out where I can do or whatever, I enjoy that part of it, because I get to.
Right.
I get a chance to be like, hey, I can, if you want.
Well, and that's one thing that I wanted to comment when you guys were talking about the food and how it tastes and everything. I mean, you can literally taste the energy and I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm all new age and whatever, but no, seriously, the food just tastes that incredible when you go there. Yeah. I mean, I've eaten at a ton of places in Frankenmuth and nothing against them. Right. But after the second time of going there, and dragging people kicking and screaming when they're like, no, it's health food. I don't want to eat this. But I'm like, seriously, you have to taste this. I don't care what you order off the menu. All of that great stuff goes into it, and you can taste it. Mm-hmm. It just tastes that incredible. And I'm not trying to go over the top and over exaggerate, because I mean, you guys eat here, you know, give it a couple of times if you're not into the whole blah 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 health food, because it's not health food, it's just great food.
It is,
for sure.
Yeah, it is. We have paninis, we have a burger, we have great soups. You know, you can get a peanut butter and jelly if you want. Well, almond butter with chia, hemp, and flaxseed. But
right.
I think, you know, I didn't really know if Frankenmuth would be. I didn't think they would be ready for like a, you know, all vegetarian or all vegan restaurants.
Right.
And that's okay, because I think it turned out even better. Not that I'm a vegan or a vegetarian, but we can, if you're a vegan, you can eat there. If you're a vegetarian, you can eat there. If you're a meat eater, you can eat at Dig Cafe. So I think the other thing that we're really proud of is that whatever diet you're on, like there's so many people that are on the keto and the paleo and all that, we can make something for anybody. We'll just do it.
Yeah.
We just want to, you know, we don't want you to come in and say, oh, I can't eat, you know. So I think that's what's been really fun too, is making people happy no matter what their diet is or what they're allergic to.
And I was going to say that
very satisfying. Yeah.
Because that's been one of the cool parts about every time I've come in there. Because, you know, of course, you're looking at the menu and you're like, oh, I don't know. All of it looks really good.
Right.
Right.
And
that's
then here you come from around the other side of the counter and you're like, we can make it however you want it.
Right.
And I'm going, wait, what? I can order off the menu from on the menu?
Right. Right. That's our secret weapon.
But that's what's been so cool about it, is you guys literally make everything there made to order the way that that customer wants it. And it's incredible.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when you visit us, you need to know we're not a fast food, so you might have to wait a few more minutes, but it's going to be more than worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
And the other thing that's really great is we really feel strongly about supporting local farmers and makers that are working so hard, and you know, they're not going to be billionaires making cheese or, you know, raising grass-fed beef, but they're just trying to eke out a living to raise their families. And so I think that's really, really satisfying, knowing that we're supporting our neighbors and friends. And I've got the Laura Jean Keene is a great friend of mine. She was the farmers market manager in Frankenmuth for many, many years, one of the founders of it. And her farm is just 5 minutes away. She's got a greenhouse that she grows just amazing lettuces and greens and all kinds of vegetables. Nice. And so just that great feeling of her bringing in that basket of fresh produce each week.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited. Oh, what's ready? I'm calling her. What do you got? So I think those are some really great fun things that make us excited every day to do what we do. So,
well, and that's what's great about supporting local farmers and just local anything.
Right.
You know, it keeps everybody's, you know, tables full for each meal.
Yes.
You know, you're helping this person out and they're able to put bread on their table. You're helping this person out and they're able to put bread on several people's table. I mean, we're huge advocates for supporting local merchants. Show your patronage. Go there, support them.
Right.
You know, and it's so much fun because they come in and they're like, wow, you guys legitimately do this for everyone.
Right.
And well, yeah, I mean, it's local. Why not?
Right. Why not? Why not?
I got a couple things that are in chat right now. Adam first off said so delicious with lots of exclamation marks. And he said he wanted to know, Lynn, what is your favorite healthy food?
I think my favorite healthy food is probably avocados.
Oh, they're so good.
I'm like an avocado-holic. Seriously,
they're so good for you, though. There's so many benefits.
They're like one of the best fats that you can eat.
Yeah,
they taste freaking awesome in so many ways. You can do so many things with them. You can put them in smoothies. You can mash them up and put them on our amazing sourdough bread. The avocado toast.
Oh yeah.
Do you have gluten-free bread for that toast?
We do.
Oh man, I gotta go.
You can make guac out of avocados.
So many things you can do with it, and it's so good for you.
You can make chocolate mousse out of avocados.
Right.
And brownies.
Right.
I have done that before, actually.
So they are, so avocados, sourdough bread, raw milk cheese. I love.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's so many things.
There's a lot of different ones.
Apples. I think apples are. Remember that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctors away?
Yeah.
So I love eating apples and avocados. Yeah. Those are some of my favorites. Yep.
And also Megan is joining us. Hey, Megan. Megan.
What's up, Megan?
Hi, Megan.
She says, where is this place I just got on? Sorry.
Actually, that was another thing that we were talking about before the show. You have another location.
Yes, we do. Well, Dig Cafe doesn't have another location.
Right.
But our family has another restaurant.
Yeah.
That opened in August of 2016. And that is called the Sovengard, Sovengard, and that is in Grand Rapids on
there
Bridge
you go, Megan.
There you go,
Street
Beck.
and Broadway.
Okay.
It is a Scandinavian influenced farm to table, so they're sourcing lots of local things as well.
Nice.
And we have a beautiful outdoor beer garden. So we took a used shipping container and retrofitted that into an outdoor bar.
That's
wow.
awesome.
We have a living wall out there that's 20 foot high by, 10 foot high by 20 foot long, I think. It's pretty high and it's pretty long. But we plant that. I can't even remember how big that is, but right now, but we plant that with herbs and all kinds of different things that the kitchen uses.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She said she's so in.
Go to the Sovengard and tell my boys Rick and Matt that their mom sent you.
And sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
Chat gets. I love when our customers. There we go. Serving
my
5,
future customers.
There you go.
Yes, your future customers.
Sasha's joining us, and she says maybe when Stone Cottage Farm has their creamery up and fully running, maybe the cafe can partner up with some of their goat cheese.
Yes,
which that Stone Cottage Farms, what we were talking about earlier. They make some cheese right now, and they're getting their creamery like fully going. And I think the queso was one of my favorites.
The Swiss and the Fresca was incredible.
Yeah.
Man.
So yeah, that is a good thing to bring up.
Hashtag legal cheese for life.
Right. So yeah, you have the Dig Cafe in Frankenmuth, and then the
Sovengard in Grand Rapids.
All right.
Yes.
Awesome. I didn't know about that part. So I'm gonna have to check that place out too.
Yes.
Road trip. Yes. Sounds
Right?
good. Sounds good.
I don't know. I mean, you know, I gotta show some love locally, so I think I'm just gonna stick with Frankenmuth.
I would highly recommend you take a trip over there, though.
Yeah.
Because our chef, Patrick Conrad at the Sovengard, is just doing some off the charts.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You have to go on their Facebook, and then you're going to be crying because when they post their specials,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, no, you're 2 hours away. I can't get over there. I'm always saying, can't they build a drone strong enough to like drop stuff off in my front yard, and then I'll send the drone back over to Grand Rapids.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
That would be. We got to get on this.
The Uber drone. Maybe we need to start that company.
There you go. Great things happen in this studio. We always are coming up with cool things to do.
Right. But you asked me earlier about we have a new chef.
Yeah.
His name is Alex LaFrance, and I'm really excited to have him on board. And he's excited too because he really hasn't ever cooked with organic and sort of done any vegan type recipes.
Yeah.
And so he's really excited to add that new chapter to his ongoing career. So we're happy to have him. He's a real sweet young man. And
that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
How do you spell that? Sovengard.
SOV is a Victor, ENGARD.
GA.
The Sovengard Beer Garden and Kitchen is the full name.
All right.
Brainchild of my oldest son.
Here it is.
Awesome.
I'm on Facebook. I'm going to give it a like and a share.
Every time I see your post from the Dig Cafe, I want to cry because I'm just like, I need to go there. I need to move. Well, Adam and I both work over there in Frankenmuth. I work over at Bronner's, and so does Becky. Becky works at Bronner's. And Adam works over at the Frankenmuth Carriage Company. So we're like,
I'm already crying because you have mushrooms on your page. That's incredible.
Yeah, they're doing some off the charts things over there.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I love going there, and I hardly get over there myself.
Yeah, you got a lot going on over here.
But I'm really proud of what they're doing there. And we actually, a couple months ago, we were named one of the top 10 restaurants in Grand Rapids. So,
nice.
How awesome is that?
Yeah,
that is
so
cool.
It's very humbling, and it's a great testament to our wonderful boys, and we have a great staff over there as well that are excited about, again, sourcing local foods and making good food for people.
I love that idea. I love that that's, how both of those places are working, and it's, you get that really good feeling about, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you do, because I think that we never wanted to, this isn't just, to make a living. It's to connect with people.
Yeah.
And if we can, eke out a small living off that, then that's fine. But my passion, I know.
He's looking at pictures.
I know.
I'm telling you, this is incredible.
I told you.
All right,
I told you that we need to have that Uber drone, right?
And you guys have live music.
We do. We have live music on Thursdays, and they have a amazing. So there's 20 taps.
Wow.
So we put the Sovengard in the bottom of two old buildings that sort of look like one building. One was built like 1896.
Okay.
The other was like 1902. So we have a space upstairs on the main street, but then you walk down the stairway and you're into the main restaurant on both sides. So we literally put a restaurant in the basement of these two buildings that look like one. And then that walks out into the beer garden, which will officially open on May 1st. But they're gearing up to, we're believing for nice weather, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody say yes.
Absolutely. Yes. Without question.
So they're going to try and get it opened up a little bit for some nicer weather comes our way. In fact, I think this weekend's supposed to be really nice. So, yeah, so it's a cool vibe. You know, the space is sort of a mid-century modern type vibe, and
Awesome.
the Scandinavian. I can never say this word, but if my son's going to probably podcast, he's like, "Mom, you have to pronounce that." But it's a Scandinavian word spelled Hygga. It's Huga, which means you're just a nice, comfortable space, peaceful, friends,
That's
have a
cool.
little cocktail, talk, sort of like what we're doing here, except for I just got water for some reason. I didn't get a cocktail. I thought somebody promised me
Intern.
a cocktail.
We have all kinds of tea. There's lots of tea, but nothing in the fridge behind you yet.
Right. So
Yeah, sorry, I just finished my bottle of Markham. So.
Oh, okay, but I'll bring my own next time.
Hey, she wants to come back and hang out with us. We love new friends.
Right.
Megan says, "Come on road trip. You guys, you can stay here."
Okay.
And Sasha says, "Tony, you need to go over there. The craft brews are happening over there." So
Ooh,
I've heard.
I was just seeing one of the distilleries that you guys partner with down there, which is really cool.
Well, I think that's the great thing and the fun thing. They have great partnerships with Long Road Distillery, which is an amazing distillery, and they have a great restaurant in there.
Nice.
And they have a really great culture that they've built too, where a couple days, I think it's in the spring or maybe the summer, they'll take a crew up to Beaver Island to harvest juniper berries for their gin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, and then they make an amazing Scandinavian alcohol called aquavit. So
Really?
it has herbs and I don't know I think that might have juniper in there, but it's sort of an herby type alcohol. And then the Sauvigard makes these amazing cocktails with fresh fruits and the aquavit.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's off the charts. Off the charts, great. And then,
road trip, definitely.
Speciation is a fairly new brewery. A young couple started that about, I think 2 years ago, and they're already have gotten really good reviews and starting to rise, to the top a little bit with some of their sour beers.
That's great.
So I don't know if you've ever had a sour beer.
Oh, yeah.
Is that bitter beer face? No, I don't.
Well, they're all different.
They totally are.
From all kinds of spectrums of sweet to super sours.
Well, that's back in Frankenmuth, St. Julian's Winery is incredible because they have so many different wines.
They do.
And I forgot what the name of the one was, but they go through and I guess cure. I don't know what it's specifically called, but they take the wine and they let it sit in whiskey barrels.
Right.
And it has such a cool taste to it. It's like there's a hint of whiskey, but it's not whiskey flavored.
Right.
It's so cool.
Yeah, they really have some yummy wines.
Oh, yeah.
They really do. That's a cool little spot. Have you ever went into St. Julian's?
Oh, I love St. Julian's.
Such a great little spot in there, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been wanting to get back over there.
I know. Do a little wine tasting.
Oh, yeah, I do a lot of wine tasting.
And I think about those things, and that's something that we'd like to do too, is start partnering a little bit with, some of those kind of things in town, and maybe have some dinners where we actually would find a farm where we could have some dinners right out in the
that'd be great.
Right out field to fork.
Yeah.
So got some great ideas for the future, and
that's cool.
Well, if you guys have any events coming up, let us know and we will throw it up on our page and we'll tell anybody we can, because we're not above shameless promotion.
Even if you have any like specials or whatever going on, or just let us know, and one of us will put it up on the page so we can share you. We really do like to be able to like he said, like you source locally. I get too excited sometimes and I get going and I can't stop. We do like to do that. Plus I've had coffee.
Oh, great. Squirrel.
It's gonna be a good night, honey. So
She's officially wired for sound.
so we like to not only that, but like, you know, bringing you in here to get on the show, but we also do stuff with bands, and we have all kinds of different guests on. It's just fun to be able to meet new people. Like you said, it's cool to have a conversation and to support everybody and what they're doing.
Speaking of that, our local boys,
Yes.
Ora Labora, they have a show coming up.
They got a couple shows coming up.
And if you want, I can play a clip of the last time they were in the studio here
Yes.
while you're looking up that information, because we are trained professionals. We know how to segue.
Oh, yes, we do.
So this was Ora Labora last time they were in the studio, and it's called Go Find Yourself Another Lover.
Go find yourself another lover who ain't me. Yeah, I'm gonna split, keep your memories for my dreams. Go find yourself another lover who ain't me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. I'll go get your jacket, I'll grab you a box, and you can get all your stuff and you can get out. Some will say I don't know what I got. What was your name again? 'Cause I forgot. Remember to lose my number. 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 'Cause I'm gonna split.
So that was our boys, Ora Labora, who was in the studio, what, a month ago, I think?
About, yeah, a little bit, maybe a little bit over, but I got a message from them today letting us know what shows were going on, because like we said, Lynn, we like to be able to promote and help people. So they have got a show coming up on Saturday, April 13th at 9 p.m. at Bayport Inn in Pigeon.
Nice.
And June 1st, this is exciting. This is the one that I really want to tell you guys about.
Yeah.
They are going to be, I believe, opening for Jackal at the Machine Shop June 1st.
Jackal. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Seriously, Jackal has been out since what? The late
gosh.
80s, early 90s?
Yeah.
I've seen them in concert. They're incredible. But the fact that our local boys, our hometown boys,
Mhm.
are opening up for Jackal at the Machine Shop.
They're also with Peacemaker.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, way to go, guys. So proud of you.
Exactly.
So proud of you.
We're throwing that up there. And then on June 2nd, they
Yes.
are also going to be at Pack's Backyard in Port Austin, playing there. And they're also looking to do some acoustic sets, like at little settings, cafes, restaurants, whatever, through month of May.
Cafes.
Mm-hmm.
Cafes.
They do an amazing
I think I
job
might
with
know
their.
of a cafe.
Do you know someone, Lynn?
I think.
Can you
I
help us out with
might.
that?
She's sort of weird, though.
Well, I mean,
The
you know,
owner.
it is. The show is called "Don't Make This Weird."
Well, that's
so.
true. So that fits right in.
So yeah, they're looking to do some acoustic sets, and they are really, really good. Their energy.
Yeah.
That's another thing I really like about them, is their energy together as a band is just amazing. They pull everything together, and
Yeah.
it's a family to them, and it's really cool to see them just going up. You
Yeah.
know,
How many are in the band?
awesome.
There's 4.
4
Oh,
of them.
4.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. There's
Take
4.
up my whole cafe. You can put it behind the counter, right?
There you
There
go.
you go,
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah, there's 4 of them, but they do an acoustic. That's how we had them in here, and it's awesome and a really good time. So,
Nice.
so we are very proud of them. We wanted to share that news. So if you guys have not went and liked their Facebook page to follow their events, get on over to Ora Labora, as the fans call that, or say Mora Labora.
Mora Labora.
Ora Labora. Go check them out. And they are also being played on Solid State Radio.
Yes, they are in rotation on
they-
Solid State.
Yeah. So if you guys have, you want to listen to some local music as well,
Yeah.
go to solidstateradio.net. They have a show pretty much for everybody.
And if you want to go see these guys, get out to go see them live. There is nothing better than going to see a live show.
Yes. And our other good friends, Infamous Quick, are going to be playing tomorrow night at
Yes.
Sunrise Sunset.
Sunrise, sunset.
And they are incredible too. So,
Oh, yeah.
So we've been having a lot of fun being able to get different guests in, bands and everything. It's been lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
fun. We are on episode 85.
Wait a minute. We're on episode 80.
Yeah, we're already on episode 85, and
Okay.
we are looking to do something for the 100th episode.
Yeah.
Don't know yet.
We're still.
It's in the works.
It's in the works.
But we definitely want to do something because our listeners, our supporters,
Yeah.
you guys really have kept us going. I mean, we just love it. We wouldn't care if we only had one listener. We'd still keep doing it because that
Absolutely.
one person means something to us.
Yeah.
So anyway, before I get all mushy.
No, she's absolutely right. We have some of the coolest fans because when we started this whole process, it was like, let's just have a real conversation. And apparently people like having real conversations, and in fact have continually requested to come back on the show because they're like, we don't get to do this anyplace else.
That's
and
great.
This is our Thursday nights. We look forward to laughing on purpose. We look forward to tuning in and getting on the live chat and conversing with you guys and the guests, because you guys have some of the coolest guests that come on the show. So not to toot our own horn, but we love what we do.
We do.
And we're going to keep doing it.
We love it so much that I got a new project. And I say that with excitement because I am excited, but I'm just like, whoa, that just kind of hit me. I got another project.
You do have another project.
She's not jumping ship because I have her chained to the chair.
No, I'm not. For all of you that are worried, I'm not leaving the Don't Make This Weird podcast. I'm contractually obligated to not leave this because
we're contractually obligated to say Mitch Gill 72 times per episode.
Yeah,
You're
true.
welcome. I signed the contract.
Oh, you're the one that signed the contract.
We went
Get
over
it.
this last time.
Security, get him out of here.
Flood security.
Wait, we don't have enough money for security or an intern, or interns are free.
Well, Vanilla Gorilla.
Oh yeah, we do. We do.
And we pay him with magic.
So we talked a little bit about it earlier with Becky.
Yes.
Teased it a little bit more like it.
Teased a little
You
bit.
teased it.
You teased it.
So
You're so naughty.
So I'm super excited. One of my best friends, I consider, sister.
How much is she paying you for this?
I don't pay anybody to be my friend. I don't have any money.
To feed me. You should know that.
Well,
Right.
yeah, this is true.
I don't have money to pay for friends. I cook. I can cook.
She cooks well.
I cook better.
See, we'll have to have a cook-off.
Bring it.
But anyway, so Becky is joining me on this crazy journey, and
Yes.
I'll have you explain it
Why do I have to explain it?
because you gave me that look like, "Don't do it, don't make it."
Look here, skinny bitch.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so
Heather had this wonderful idea where she wanted to get women together and have real conversation, inspire, uplift, help work through some of the horrible things that happen in life,
Mhm.
and just give us an outlet to
uplift each other.
uplift, open up,
Yeah,
safe zone, no hold back.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Because when I started thinking about it, Tony was constantly, "You need to tell your story. You need to tell your story." And I want to write. Like, don't get me wrong, I do want to write the story, but in the same sense, I'm also like, but I'd rather talk about it. I'd rather just get on the microphone and let it flow, and then maybe I'll go back and write it from that stuff. I just thought of that. Good ideas.
Yeah,
She's
we're
always thinking.
I am always thinking.
Way to backpedal there.
So, no, but seriously though, I mean, and I went on and I did like a video kind of updating about what's been going on since surgery and everything, and I started talking about the survivor, like everything that I've been kind of dealing with and what I've pushed through. Like, you've known me since the whole shit show.
The whole shit show.
Sorry, but I mean, there's no other way to really go about it.
Right.
And you've always been saying you need to tell your story. So I said something about, I think I want to start another podcast with, to be able to tell that story. And I'm like, I'm going to be looking for a co-host. So like right when I got done with my video, Becky,
I don't even think you were done.
I probably
with the
wasn't,
video.
but okay, I noticed it after my video.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, that's what I've been wanting to do.
So, and Becky's got an incredible story too. And like I said, we're not really going to go much into it right now because Sunday at 6, this Sunday, we are going to be going live and talking
Yes.
about, as Becky puts it, our origin stories.
yeah.
So it's not just going to be, well, you know what? Why don't you just play the clip?
Yeah.
I think I hear cop out.
No, I need a minute to
All right.
catch up to myself.
Let me pull the clip up. Keep
Building
talking.
excitement.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee, we get to talk while he pulls the clip
Oh.
up.
It's because
Yeah.
we're professional here at Strange
Exactly.
Friends Media.
So anyway, she said that she wanted to start the podcast, and I'm like, hey, I want to try out.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, why not? I mean, I've known you for 6 years. I've known Tony for
Exactly.
5.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, why not? Like I said, you've got a crazy story, and we've kind of, in the 6 years, we've been through most of it together.
Yes.
Most of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I figured, well, I can talk, about mine, but I'd rather have somebody else come along with me on the journey. And I thought, oh yeah,
Yeah.
why
Am
not?
I playing the whole teaser?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that way
Of course you are.
I'm gonna catch up with myself while you play this. I think I need to lay off the big B.
So you're gonna give the segue to the clip here, what it is.
So this is a clip that
Yeah.
we made.
You had one job, Heather.
Perfect segue.
Thank you.
Perfect segue. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was
Wow.
super fast.
Yeah.
I was gonna be Chipmunky, I think. Is that how it loaded?
Yeah, that's how it loaded.
Oh, so it's not.
That's all right. I'll grab it from this source right here.
Okay. That was me on coffee. This is me off coffee. Welcome to the Survivor Girl podcast, guys. I'm here with my co-host Becky,
Hey, everybody.
and my name is Heather, and you may recognize me from the Don't Make This Weird podcast, which I almost said welcome to the Don't Make This Weird podcast. Gonna have to get used to that, but this is a Survivor Girl podcast, and we are airing our first episode on Sunday.
Yes.
It's the 7th at 6 p.m. So
Exactly.
we just wanted to promote that a little bit and let you guys know that we are going to be going live at 6 p.m. that night. And we hope that all of the listeners and all the likes, our Facebook has blown up. We have got almost 500 currently, and that's within like a little bit over a week.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for the likes, the shares, and we keep on trying to share some positivity on the page as well. So you can check us out on the Survivor Girl Facebook page. And also you can go to the YouTube channel. So you guys got the heads up when our show goes live.
Yes.
And you can just subscribe to that channel. It's the Survivor Girl podcast channel. And that is also thrown up on the Facebook page. So you guys will be able to get the notification when we go live. We're going live, two days?
2 days a month. Schedule's going to be a little weird because Easter's coming up, but
Yeah.
so it'll be the 7th
And the 14th.
and the 14th.
Which our
yes.
first guest is going to be Crystal LaFay.
And I'm excited to meet her.
I am too. I mean, you haven't met her yet.
I haven't. No.
She's been on our Don't Make This Weird podcast. And now she's coming back and joining us to tell her survival story. So the first episode is going to be a little bit about mine and Becky's origin story.
Yes.
And then we are going to start having guests on as well. So the first episode of the month, we'll be talking about things that we've experienced and gone through.
Yes.
And tell a little bit about ourselves. And then
And how we've survived.
Yep. And then we're going to bring the chat in and have them involved in that episode as well.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I want to start nominating a badass.
Yes.
I want people to share with us somebody that they feel fits that category, or they're doing their own thing, they've survived something, or maybe they're doing their own badass thing,
right,
with their
exactly.
own maybe business or whatever. And we just kind of want to start nominating people. And sometimes it's just that nomination or that, hey, you're doing awesome.
Yes.
That keeps people going when they need it. So
exactly. Yes, we want to build everybody up and help you through the crazy journey that is life.
and share your story with others, because other people that are listening might be going through the same thing and they don't know where to turn, or they don't know, and maybe you might inspire them with that story. To show, hey, look, I've stood up, I've got back off the ground so many times, and I'm still here, just like you and I.
Yes, exactly.
So we're hoping that you guys will tune in with us on Sunday, April 6th at 6 p.m. And we're going to be going live on YouTube on our Survivor Girl podcast channel. And then as far as I know, we're getting picked up by Solid State Radio, and they're going to be re-airing our shows on there as well. So you've So you've got the chance to catch us on our Sunday show, and then you're going to get a chance to catch us on the Solid State Radio as well. So,
and of course, the shows will be archived on YouTube.
Yep. So you can go back and listen. If you don't have the chance to tune in live, you can go back and listen. Fun thing about going live, though, with us is that we're able to mention your comments in the chat, and we're able to, have questions be asked to us as well.
Yes.
So
there's more interaction between us and our fans.
Yep. And that's one thing that I really enjoy about going live on YouTube with that. So if you guys get a chance, come and check us out. Notifications will be put up, so they're a reminder there for you. But if you go subscribe, you'll get that right away. So thank you guys for listening in, and we're ready to take the mics back on Sunday, and we'll catch you then.
And as always, life circumstances come and go, but you have the choice of making life better or bitter. Please, everyone, choose better. This is Becky.
And remember, life is best lived. So yeah, no shame in my game with that promotion.
It was almost podcastception, because it was a podcast
in a podcast.
We
just broke some walls.
Oh yeah, wow. That's like what, 16 walls?
Something like that. Not as good as Deadpool, but I'll give you some crisp high fives.
All right, crisp high five.
Yes. And Megan just said, can't wait to hear these. They have amazing potential to help others. Thanks, Megan.
Yeah.
She's actually going to be one of our guests on
Survivor
Girls. So
nice.
We'll have that schedule and be able to share a little bit more as we go. But we are super excited to be doing that show. So.
Yeah, and it's so funny because these guys are like, hey, do you know an engineer? And I'm like, I think I know a guy.
Oh, but don't just stop there, though.
Yeah, don't stop there.
So the music.
What?
At the beginning.
I knew you were going to do that.
Well, I mean, I come in here, I'm like, I need something that's going to be like a kick in your face, like I'm still here kind of thing. And that's what he came up with. So Tony did that all by himself.
So one man band.
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice.
It was my first time actually recording a harmonica live because, well, our buddy Ian wasn't here.
Yeah.
So I ran into my daughter's room, found her harmonica, and I was like, okay, I got an idea. Don't shoot me, but hear me out. And recorded the first pass with it and played it back. They're like, yes, keep that. And I'm going, okay.
Yeah. Megan says, take the compliment, Tony. Yeah. She knows.
Well, that's the thing, though, is, being a musician for as long as I have, I do so much work. And then when somebody comes back and they're, giving me accolades, I'm like, who is this person? When can I meet them? They sound really cool.
Right.
And they're like, dude, we're talking about you. And I'm like, wait, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
So it's so weird hearing, compliments to myself. Not that I don't accept them. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you.
But it's still so weird to hear them because I'm like, who is this person you're talking about? They sound really cool. I want to meet them. When do I?
Yeah, I get that. I get that once in a while. Like Becky one time was just like, would you just take a compliment?
Just say
I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I always tell people, don't stifle giving. Right?
Yes. Nice.
So if you're giving a compliment, don't stifle that.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That is totally a good thing.
I'll definitely have to remember that. Thank you, Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Definitely like that. So yeah, I mean, thank you for letting us share that on here. I don't know, I'm excited about it. I'm not really nervous. Well, I'm 85 shows in, so I'm not really.
No, you're
this
not
isn't my first
one. That would be me.
You're gonna do great. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna do awesome, and So we'll do, like I said, we'll do the guest and we'll have guests on. We've already got quite a list of people coming on, and I'm excited. I know Becky's excited. So
yeah, we've got, who do we have for the rest of the month here for our show?
Oh, let me pull it up.
Well, I know
Got
one
some cool
person.
stuff.
Oh yeah, the person that hasn't listened to a podcast yet
At all. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
That person.
That person.
No.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
Yep. So Derek will be on. Derek Moorhead English is going to be on next week's show.
Yes.
And then after that, I see we have our soap making class at.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's not our guest, but
yeah,
they were our guest at one point. And then we have Bay City Cooperative will be on Thursday the 18th.
Oh, those guys are so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and then also when we get into May, wait, what do we else?
I got a little plug.
Yeah.
Lynn's supposed to be opening up anytime now, a co-op grocery store.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Not sure where it's at since they're reusing an old building, but I just heard about it that they're going to have a co-op grocery store.
That's so cool.
You ever been to Oriana and Traverse City?
Yeah.
I haven't been up to Traverse City in a while. I've been wanting to go.
Yeah.
I have been.
Becky and I were
Love
just
that
up there in that neighborhood, last Monday, 2 Mondays ago? Yeah.
Oh, that place it's beautiful up there. I don't want to be there for the winter though.
No, the winters suck.
Not in that snow belt. I learned. I lived in Atlanta.
I actually got to jam with one of the incredible session musicians that plays up there. Shout out to 30F and Chicago Jimmy and his brother. Incredible saxophone player. He's playing like a $3,000-$4,000 saxophone and just killing it.
I didn't even know they were that expensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they can get more expensive than that.
I figured I was crying about the hang drum I wanted. That's about like $2,000, $3,000. I'm like,
oh yeah.
Someday.
Yeah.
I'll come back for it. Yeah, I got to see some of that footage from the band, from you guys playing. That was really cool.
It's an incredible time down there when we go down and play, because I got to play the Super Bowl party. We got to do the St. Patty's party. In fact, I think we still have some stuff. Oh yeah, there's the koozie right there.
Oh yeah, 2019 St. Patrick's Day
Yeah.
Jam.
Pretend to be Irish with 3OF.
Oh, speaking of playing,
Yes,
we got something cool coming up.
we do.
Yeah, the Relay for Life.
Oh yeah. I'm like,
Oh, we got it.
I didn't get the memo.
Okay, so we're still in spring and I'm already in summer brain, but it's going to be, I think they changed it this year.
Yeah, it's September 21st from what I was talking to Corey.
But we're going to be playing it, our band.
Yes.
That we don't have a name for. So if you have a really cool band name,
yeah,
that'd be awesome.
And we'll totally give you a shameless shout out on stage.
Yeah.
For naming your band?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm down with that. Yeah, Relay for Life we're going to be playing again, and I'm super excited. We didn't play last year. We played 2 years before that. So this will be a whole new experience for me again. So
yeah, we're excited because we always love, supporting the Relay for Life and like Heather was talking about, getting the chance to tell her story. There's such a huge background there of supporting the Relay for Life. And we love doing it. We love going out and showing our support and being there all day and helping out. So, and
in the past, like not, I wasn't there last year, but the year before when we were there, actually when we got to play, it was my 3rd year cancer free.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool thing to get up on stage and be like, I'm singing on the day that, so that was awesome. A lot of fun. I'm excited for that. So.
And you belted it out too.
Yeah, I did that time.
Yeah, you did.
The first time I was super nervous though.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there.
It's not your first rodeo.
Not now. No. Not now. So that's another one of those things like we were talking about, just going with it, just trying it, So yeah, we really support that. And so that's what I got.
Stammer. Come on, give me something.
Give me something good, yes. No, but so I'm excited to do that.
What are we doing on time here? Because I know you're always the time Nazi.
We got time. We got more time to talk with Lynn.
Would you play us another song, Lynn?
Can I play Far, Far Away?
I forgot about the scammer thing.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay. So are you going to read this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some swearing. Okay. Some
The
mild.
scammer swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I made him
no.
mad.
Oh, it was great.
Oh yeah. It's fun
So
to mess with those guys, isn't it?
it is. And I'm gonna give a shout out to James Beach because he's hilarious. And I wasn't trying to steal your gig, man, but I kind of used it because you said to. He said, go out and do this. And
He
I'm
totally
like,
did.
Right.
so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I have to find my screenshots and all that stuff. So I'm gonna keep talking while I'm looking.
Well, I was gonna say, if you don't know who James Veach is,
Yeah.
throw it up on Google, go to YouTube, watch his stuff. It's hilarious because he's scamming the scammers.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's so cool
funny.
when he does this one part and he gets towards the end of it. And he's like, I think I have the sound of a broken man. And he flashes it up on the screen. It says, stop emailing me. And he's like,
Yeah.
yes, success. And you've affected a scammer when they say, stop emailing me.
Yes. Yes. So they send me this message, and it's, of course, they hacked one of my friends' accounts or made a duplicate account from them.
Right.
So, and it's not actually, they hacked her account because I had other messages from her from a while back. And it says, hello, hope you also heard about federal government supporting grant fund in conjunction with Facebook helping old retired youth, unemployed, and disability. I said, no. What? Oh, whoops. I gotta go the other way. It's about international monetary fund combined with United Nations democracy funds. They help people with financial help on starting a new business, getting a new apartment or housing, going to school, helping retired people, even young and old people, and disabled, and old men and women, and so on. It's a very good and new program to help the citizen.
Wait, is this how they're
Wow.
typing
This
this?
is how
Yes,
they're
this is
typing
how
this.
they're
This is
typing.
not me just being
Okay.
reading
Oh.
funny. And I said, are you signed up for it?
Great. I mean, legitimate question,
It
right?
is.
Right.
Yeah. No, you will just have to message or text the claim agent in charge. Don't you get a message about it from the claim agent in charge yet? Yes, they said I was signed up and I'd have room and board taken care of while at college. It's a scholarship deal. And it says, I think you will have to contact the claim agent who is their director to claim your money. Did you know that contact claim agent? Which one? And then I use her name and I say that. And then I'm like, I hope this is legit. I really need help. So they say, oh no, you need to believe and trust this. This is real and legit. Even it very strange to me until I got my money from them when they came to my house to deliver it to me at home.
Oh, boy.
So I say, you're home? Really? It's another good question.
Of
It is
course,
a good
legitimate question.
Yes, sure. Text her on your phone on this number. Message her. I told you that your name was the winner's list and you are ready to claim your winning money. What did I win? All you need to do is get the money is to talk to Rob Cumming after he just said her.
Right.
So all right, I guess Rob could be a chick. I mean,
Robin.
right. The grant claim agent, he will tell you what to do to get money and how much you win. So I say, is there a promotional item with it? Like a coffee maker or something? Because I could use one. To which they reply, are you out of your sense? What the fuck are you talking again? And then they say, that left for you if your grant winning money go unclaimed. So obviously I broke that person.
Yes. Yes.
And then I say, a red one would be great.
Oh.
To which he says, son of a bitch. And I was like, oh, I really got his goat.
Now I'm cooking.
And then I said, no, I am a daughter
Oh.
of a queen. How dare you speak to me this way? And I'm blocked. So that was my fun.
Oh God, that's
Nice.
great.
Well, I mean, don't don't message me acting like you're one of my friends first off.
Right.
Sorry,
Right.
not, so I can't take all the credit because, James Beat's toaster thing that he wanted.
Oh God, that was such a
So I can't take all of the credit, but I
Right.
changed to coffee maker.
Right.
And apparently that was putting that person over the edge. And I have to say, I am not sorry.
Oh
He
God.
probably didn't have enough coffee.
Probably
Right.
not. Probably not. So
You broke his English, so.
So I
Yeah.
could use a red one.
I gotta say, the scammers that I've been dealing with lately, because I've been posting a ton of stuff on social media, namely Facebook. Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes.
I am so pissed off. Like everything that I've posted lately, come check my profile for your winnings. And I'm like, how
No.
about you just fuck off?
Yeah.
It's so not
Right.
such a scam. And
I had one from Oprah the other day, and I'm like, wow, really? Oprah?
Oprah?
You're jumping on
Oprah.
board now?
Oprah, if
Wow.
you're not telling me I have something under my seat, you're
Right.
not the real Oprah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just saying, you're
Right,
not
yeah.
the real Oprah. So, I mean, these are just things that we. Sasha said this. That was hilarious, Heather. I thought so. I had another one way back when, and I'll have to look for those because we are going to go through. We're going to try to go through
Yeah.
and get snippets from all of as many episodes as we can of funny ones or things that happened. And I had another scammer that I went on and on and on with, and told him I even had like 11 kids, and he
It
still
says to
was-
me, Lulu.
I told him I was an agent. I mean, there was all kinds of things that I tried throwing at the guy.
Oh, it was great. It was
And then he said something about being depressed all day. And I said, have you tried Tide Pods? Because that was when that was all going
I
on.
used to be addicted to Tide Pods, but I'm clean now.
Oh, God.
So bad.
So bad. But speaking of clean, good food at Dig Cafe.
Clean, good food. Yes.
Yeah. There's no Tide Pods in the Dig Cafe.
No.
It's really good stuff.
No.
Again, another professional segue.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
I like totally put the hands up and I was like, score. I did it.
Crisp high five, little buddy.
So, but I really did want to get back to talking about the Dig Cafe. What are your hours?
We're open right now Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and then Saturdays 9 to 3. But we're working on a new menu for the
Okay.
spring. We want to be somewhat seasonal, and so we're working on that, and we might be expanding our hours a little bit. So we're just trying to work out some of those details, and we're going to have a little outdoor space to sit.
Nice.
In
What?
a few weeks.
I like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So be dining al fresco outside. I
Ooh,
think that's
how-
what they call it.
You might be able to do the little acoustic set or whatever outside.
Yeah. I have a
Might work.
perfect spot for it.
See, there you go.
Just have to find a plug out there.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Make it
so
happen.
I'm excited about just expanding our menu, and also expanding, throwing in a few new smoothies.
Oh no, you're speaking my language.
Yeah. And we're doing some cold pressed juices. So we're going to be
Nice.
doing some other kinds of juices coming up. And, our coffees are always good. So we're making
Yes.
some different homemade syrups for coffees.
Oh,
And,
that's awesome.
and you like tea, right?
I
tea.
love tea.
So
Yep.
we're using Light of Day organic teas, which are in Traverse City.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Great place to
Oh,
go
yeah.
when you're up there. They're a little out of town a little bit on the land side of Lake Leelanau. And then we're also using Higher Grounds Coffee, and they're out of family-owned coffee company from Traverse City as
Oh,
well.
cool.
Nice.
So
It's good
Yeah,
coffee.
so- yeah,
good
it's
coffee.
so good. And they give back to all their farms around the world. And so I'm really happy to do business with them. They
That's
really
cool.
care about their sources and their farmers. So they built bathrooms and done water sanitation projects. And
That's so cool.
they really care about, who they're sourcing from, and that they have a good quality of life. So
That's
yeah,
That's awesome.
it is. It's
I can
fun.
never remember the name of the tea that I get. It's like
The hummingbird nectar.
it's
Oh,
like
that's
Kiss
a
of
good one.
Maui or something like that. I can't
Oh,
remember.
Oh, I
Yeah.
dream of Maui.
I dream of Maui. Yeah.
That one's really good.
Oh yeah.
Hummingbird nectar's great. If you like Earl Grey, we have the best Earl Grey in the whole world. And
They do. I know. I'm
you
a
can
trained
make a
professional.
latte out of that with
Oh,
coconut
yeah.
almond milk. It's just, yeah.
That and the
so
smoothie.
good.
What was it? Purple haze.
The Purple Haze.
Oh, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix favorite.
Oh, absolutely.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You like
So
Jimmy.
blueberries, almond butter.
Oh, so
wow.
good.
Chia hemp and flaxseed.
Yep.
And we're getting our yogurt from Fluffy Bottom Farm in Ann Arbor. So they're making some amazing yogurts.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, good stuff. I'm getting hungry.
I know. Me too. Me too.
Why didn't I bring some food with me? I have to do that next time.
I mean, we
Yeah.
want you to come back
I
and bring
know,
food.
exactly.
Well, you don't have to bring the food. You can come back and hang out, but that would be cool too.
Right,
I
that would
mean,
be
I'm
cool
not going to
too.
say
Shut
no.
up, Heather. She said she's bringing food.
And then all of a sudden I'm not on the air anymore. I'm just
Right.
like cut off and I'm
Yeah.
talking, you know.
Like,
Sasha had a question. Do you use stevia for sweetener?
We do. We have stevia. There's another product called Swerve. That's a natural sweetener that we get from Healthy Habits, a health food store. Maple syrup is a favorite of ours because it's got lots of minerals and vitamins in it. So we use that
Absolutely.
as a sweetener. Honey, of course. But I know stevia is a good one, especially for people that are maybe diabetic or watching their sugar. But I never really liked stevia, though.
Yeah.
It's got such for me anyway, I know a lot of people like it, but for some weird reason, I don't know. It's just got this
A different kind
a
of
different kind of
aftertaste.
taste to it. But
No.
the Swerve is a really great product that
That is a
people
good
are really liking.
Now, where do you guys get your honey from?
We get our honey from, I think it comes from St. Charles, Michigan.
Really?
So they sell it at Healthy Habits, and
Nice.
it's a really great honey. But I'm always looking for even more local honey.
Yeah.
And so if you guys know of a even closer source,
Possibly.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll network.
Yeah. Well, the credit union is building this incredible 3-story building on the back of our 2-story building.
Okay.
And they made mention of having a living wall on
Oh, neat.
our roof.
Nice.
So I'm thinking that we might possibly could have some hives up there, but I have never bee kept. Is that right?
Yep.
Bee kept.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's too high up. I don't know. So,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking, wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, that would be
really
awesome.
cool.
That we could just be harvesting the honey ourselves up there.
Oh, yeah.
But they already said they were thinking about the living wall, and would I be
That's
interested?
awesome.
Would we be interested in planning it and doing something up there? So
Well, if you
Yeah.
want help, I mean, I'm not trying to volunteer to everybody here, but we like to be able to help out too. If you guys ever
yeah,
Yeah.
give us a message,
I like
let us
help.
know.
Yes.
Yeah,
I need lots of help.
I love
too,
gardening.
That's
Me
what my
too,
family
Lynn.
tells me.
Me too, Lynn.
Please help her.
I actually right now need some new friends because these two have been to your cafe.
Oh,
Yes.
Neither one of them have taken me.
What the heck?
Exactly.
I'm sinking.
Nose goes not it.
Okay.
I'm sinking in my seat now.
You are
just like-
welcome anytime.
Sasha says I haven't had dinner yet, and this is making me hungry.
Oh, good.
She said,
Hey, Sasha, tomorrow we'll go.
Yeah. Sasha, meet at the Dig Cafe tomorrow.
There we go.
"Yeah." She says, "I believe there's a place in Cass City for honey too." So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm not stuck on, one product.
Yeah.
And I think we can all share the wealth, right?
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm always looking for different people doing different things, and I think that's the fun part.
Mhm.
And there's always people I'm finding that are trying different things.
Yeah.
We have a nice farm from Bertrand that's doing some amazing microgreens, and they're getting into roasting some coffees, and
That's cool.
so
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Yep. So we're going to be doing some other things with coffees as well, doing some desserts with coffees.
Ooh.
And
I'm
I
about it.
know
I'm about it.
it's so fun.
Mhm.
So there's so many things we want to do.
Megan's
Yeah.
saying, Ducky, we'll go to Grand Rapids. The one in Greater.
Okay,
Right.
Megan, it's the
There
date.
you go.
She's trying to show us.
Right,
Uh-huh.
right.
I'm really not that bad of a friend. I'm sorry.
You totally are.
Oh.
Yeah,
You
Megan's
totally
got my
are.
back.
she does.
Well, I'm excited about your podcast because I
Thank
think everybody has a story, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so I sort of view myself as a bit of a survivor as well. I think we all have those stories, but just inspiring other people to not give up on their dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me 10 years to open this cafe.
Wow.
10 years I've been dreaming about
That is
it.
awesome.
And yeah,
Lynn, we'd like to have you on the Survivor Girl podcast to tell your story.
Yeah, I would love that. But I think, you know, you just don't know if you just go that one more step,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And never give up until you absolutely have to, or you just want to.
Right.
But
Yeah. And it's part of, I think we've been listening to, like, we were talking about You're a Badass book from Jen Sincero. And one of the things, though, that she talks about, well, one of my favorite quotes from her is, sorry, but I have to say this.
Do it.
To, what is it? To,
In order to kick ass, you have to lift your foot.
yes. And that's
Right.
really, though, that really is because she talks about how, like, growing up, we learn fear. Like when we're younger, we don't really have much. I mean, think about it.
Yep.
Right.
How many little things that will fall over, we get back up.
Yep.
When you're little, you don't really have that fear, but then you start learning that fear.
Right.
And when you start having that fear, it's like with me, for instance, I'm like, oh, I can do this and I can do this. And then in my head, I'm just like, oh, but what about this? And what about that? So you're right. I mean, you take that, how far are you willing to go for your dream?
Right. And
Even if it takes a long time,
Yeah.
10 years.
And I
or
heard the
whatever.
greatest quote that it's just stuck with me for so long, but fear is the sand in the machinery of life.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
So
Yeah.
if you have a gear
Mhm.
and sand gets in there, it's like
Yeah.
crunch.
Yeah.
Blows out your cogs and
Right.
screws everything up.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
So
that is a good
that
quote.
was always gave me a very powerful mind picture about
Yeah.
fear.
Nice.
That's a really cool quote, and I mean that's something that we could all try to live by and remember. I mean, to keep moving forward and not give up on the dreams that you have, and
Absolutely.
one of the things too is not don't wait until you have a second chance. Just
Yeah.
do it. Just
Just
do it.
Exactly.
Because we don't know, and every day that we make a difference, it's just
Right.
Well,
you know.
and I mean, we've talked about it several times on the show here of, I have really bad anxiety and really bad panic attacks.
Mhm.
And there is not a day that goes by, and pardon me for being blunt, but I have to scare the shit out of myself to move forward sometimes because it's such a challenge. I mean, you're frozen in fear. You're in fear, stuck inside your own head,
Mhm.
knowing that, okay, I remember being normal. And one day, I just woke up like this and I'm not okay with it. So being able to encourage and help other people accomplish their dreams. I mean, I've said it a handful of times and went, okay, what's it going to cost me to accomplish what I want to accomplish with my goals and my career and my choices? It's going to cost me everything because that's what I'm willing to put up.
right.
Right.
I mean, there's actually a little picture up there that I used to motivate me when Heather and I first became friends. And it says, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it.
Right.
Well, there's nothing in there for a picture because, when your imagination runs wild, just like with Heather having to do everything all the time,
right.
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, let's set some goals. Let's capture a vision. What are we doing today?
Right.
And using each one of those smaller goals to accomplish a bigger goal. I mean, what's the old saying? 1,000-mile journey starts with the first step.
Right.
Put your foot down, move
Right.
forward.
One of my favorite verses in the Bible is without vision, my people perish.
Yes.
Right?
I was just having a conversation over breakfast this morning.
It's already been put out there.
Yeah.
In life
Absolutely.
that you have to have goals. You have to have a vision for your life.
Yeah.
And just keep having that vision of what you want to achieve and what it'll look like. And that might change, as you go along, but that's okay.
Absolutely. at least you have that vision. And when things get difficult, and I know I'm not speaking only to me, but when things get difficult, sometimes you got to go back to that original excitement that you've captured in your head when things get tough. Because
because they're going to get tough.
Oh yeah, life is going to single-handedly kick you and beat you down into nothing.
Yeah,
and you still have to get up the next day and go to work
and rise from the ashes.
Right. Oh,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Like the phoenix.
Exactly.
That's funny because that's what's on my computer back screen, because that's how I picture it.
Yeah.
Me too.
You have to. You have to rise up, and that's cool.
And I just have to give a shout out to my amazing husband who has just supported me, my kids too. They've just supported my dream, and they've just said, go for it. And, it's been crazy opening up 2 restaurants in the span of 2.5 years. And we're absolutely insane. But, without my husband Bill's support, it couldn't have happened for either one of the restaurants. And so we're all grateful for his wonderful love for us. And he's been such a great mentor.
That's awesome.
He's worked at Zender's for 45 years this year. Isn't that incredible?
That is incredible.
So he's a great American, American story of actually starting out there as a dishwasher and working his way up.
Wow.
So so awesome. He's the president of the Zender's Corporation.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew that.
No,
that's cool.
And he's the most awesome guy.
That's good. That's awesome.
It's sweet
so cool.
and wonderful, and but he's been a great mentor.
It's very cool when you find that person that when you have that passion in your eyes, and you have that goal that you want to do, and you have somebody beside you like that is like, go for it.
Yeah.
Even though you probably feel inside like, this is really risky. This is
Opening a restaurant is the most riskiest business that you can do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we decided we're going to do 2 restaurants.
And you guys are doing awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
That's
we really
great.
are. It's definitely a lot of hard work. That's for sure. So if you're thinking of starting a business, you might not want to do a restaurant. No, it is really satisfying, but it is a lot of hard work. And but what isn't
right?
Anything that's worth doing
is hard work.
Yeah. And my husband's also a cancer survivor. So when you were talking about the Relay for Life, that definitely is in our heart and mind as well.
For sure. So I mean, that's one of the, like you said, that's definitely a good thing to support. I've seen some pretty good things come out of the Cancer Society. And I'm behind it. I mean, they help me out too. So.
Yeah. One of our employees is also a cancer survivor. And I hadn't really talked to very many people about what they have been able to, the support they've been able to have through the Cancer Society, but she's actually been able to be financially supported in a lot of ways.
Yep.
And she said without that, she wouldn't have been able to make it. So
that's so great when you hear stories like that.
I know, because I didn't really know the extent of what they do for people. Yeah. But she's like, they did amazing things for me. Yeah. So she wasn't able to work, and she's her own soul support.
And at that point, I mean, you kind of, you wonder where you turn, and and they do, they really do. And I know a lot of people will go on about not knowing where the money goes if they do donations and whatnot. And actually, that is, it's a legit fund. So
I was happy to hear that.
Yep. So
speaking of chasing your dreams, so I know somebody else that's starting another second project because one wasn't crazy enough. So it's cool to hear that it works starting 2 restaurants.
Right. It's working so far.
Right. So this other person that I know, is starting 2 podcasts now.
Go big or
I
go
heard-
home.
I heard
Right.
that.
Exactly.
Right. So, but you guys, it's about that time.
No.
I know. I always
No.
feel like the mom that's like, it's time for bed.
Darn
No more
it.
talking. No.
She's the one that is the time Nazi.
Unfortunately, I mean,
Oh.
I
No
know.
soup for you.
Handle
So for you.
So handle the clock when we reach
But
this
I-
hall.
But I want the soup because Dig Cafe's
Well-
got really good soup.
Well, and you can go online
Mhm.
at www.digthecafe.com.
Nice.
Your mouth will be watering.
Oh my gosh.
You can come visit me. I'll give you good food and I'll give you a hug. And if you want some advice, I might have some good advice for you.
Great conversation though.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to meet new people, so come see me.
Awesome.
Get some good food, some good coffee, smoothies.
Yeah.
Strawberry Kiss smoothie is my
Strawberry Kiss
favorite.
smoothie.
I
The
recommend.
So
The
good.
tea.
Yes, you have such great
Tea.
stuff.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the new menu. And like
Yes.
you said, if you want to share, well, I'll try grabbing some of the pictures and stuff off when you share. Because you guys
Yes.
share so many cool pictures of what you
Oh, yeah.
have for the day. And you
Thank
guys,
you.
honestly, if you take a look at their Facebook page or, the link that she just talked about, you'll be able to see some of the good food they got cooking up. And it's all made with love.
It
I feel
is.
it's made with love.
Yep.
And Sasha says, I just want to say this is one of the best episodes you've had. Aww.
Aw.
Sasha. Sasha.
Awesome.
Sasha, are you in Grand Rapids?
Nope, she's actually here in
In Caro.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
come
she's
see me, Sasha.
awesome. So we want to thank you for coming on. We're
Thank
excited
you
that you want to
so
come back.
much.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah.
do.
we're gonna continue to love and support you guys.
Thank
and
you. Means a lot. Means a
and
lot to me.
what you're
So,
doing for people and what you're doing
Thank
with
you.
that's awesome. So
thank you
we're gonna
so much.
continue throwing the stuff out onto the Don't Make This Weird page, guys. And we thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for supporting us. I mean, 85 episodes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
incredible.
excited,
Thank you
and-
guys so much.
So anyway, I gotta pull up my screen. So Tony, keep talking.
Pull up your screen.
Oh, there's so many technical
Well-
things I gotta do.
Hold on, actually, before we forget, because
Oh.
we're probably going to
yes.
be fired here.
Uh-oh.
April 19th,
Mhm.
2019. Good Friday, actually.
Yes.
Doors open at 6. Showtime starts at 8. It's Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club. It's a good night for comedy show. Tickets are $15 at the door. Mitch Gill, I'm actually holding the flyer here.
He's looking at it.
I'm looking at
Scoping it out.
and his comics that he's going to have is Kevin Zuhl, Brett Hayden, Timothy Locke, and Ricardo Williams Winston.
Nice.
So,
you did good.
yeah.
You did good reading those
See,
names.
it's
Mm.
almost
Well,
like
Tony's not the one who
talented,
butchers
Tony.
the names.
I'm not the one that butchers the name. It's always you.
Wow. Point the fingers.
Now, here's the cool part about it. Since Mitch always partners with somebody when he does the shows, some of the proceeds go to the Food Bank of Eastern
There we
Michigan
go.
Nice.
with a 50-50 raffle.
Yes.
So if you guys aren't doing anything, April 19th, doors open at 6, showtime starts at 8. Get to the Brentwood.
Early.
Go check it out. Yeah,
Yes.
like as soon as the doors open, I swear we're
It
there for 15,
packs.
20 minutes. It's
Yeah.
full.
It is.
So if your
So-
family's in town,
Yes.
if they like to hear some colorful language and some comedy, take them. No, it really is a good
Yeah,
time.
It's a great time.
Chris and Denise joined us and Denise brought her mom, and her mom was so fun.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun. So if your family's in town or whatever, you guys, and then go Sunday and go to church and pray. Pray after that.
no, it's a great show.
No,
Go
it is.
Pray
show.
for the if you need laughs, get there.
Right. So
But yeah, show Mitch some love. He's got his podcast he does, Mitch's Fake Radio.
Yep.
It's last Monday of every month.
and we produced
He
that.
actually will be on what, episode 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be episode
Wow.
11 coming up.
That's crazy.
So we've been having a lot of fun, and like I said, you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us. And Tony, roll that beautiful music.
Give it a minute.
Oh,
I'm having
man.
performance anxiety.
Oh man, I wanted us to look professional.
Hey, there it is. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And see you guys next Thursday.